Okay, right. Wearing this t-shirt because sod using the one from the crate.
Danny! Danny! God, where have you been? I've had the whole city looking for you!
So finally, after months of seeing others online over in the US and other countries getting their figure, I finally have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990s Danny Pennington figure.
Just stand now, okay?
So for those of you who don't already know, Neca actually owns Lootcrate, and thus they have been able to provide us fans with these exclusive figures for our collections. The most notable, of course, being Spirit Splinter. So, what's inside this crate? What do we actually get? Let's take a look. So of course, inside this crate you get the action figure, the main reason for purchasing this item. You get some coasters, which, you know, at first glance they look pretty cool. I'll probably actually use these as figure stands when I'm displaying my turtle figures. And then you get some pins which are very large. You know, these aren't small pins, these are huge. I'm not a big fan of the Raphael, I think he looks a bit weird, but the Casey Jones is pretty cool. And then finally we have this very bright t-shirt. Yeah, this one just really doesn't do it for me. You know, long sleeved, highly fluorescent shirt, no thanks. But at the end of the day, we all knew what we were getting ourselves into with this crate, and to be honest, it's all about this Danny figure.
Just stand now, okay?
So Neca and Lootcrate have actually said that these are exclusives to these crates, and so therefore you're not going to be able to find these things out in the wild anywhere else. These are not going to be in-store items. They are primarily just for this, and if you've missed out, then you've missed out. They will not be available elsewhere. This of course has been proven by the Spirit Splinter pack, which everyone desperately wants now that they are only just learning of this market. So yeah, these things really have soared on the second-hand market, and they go for crazy prices. Now, I'm not saying that Danny is going to come even remotely close to being as desirable as Spirit Splinter. However, it is in the same ballpark. This is the same method, this is the same thing. And if you missed out on the pre-order, you're just not going to get one without paying those extensive prices. Now, for me at least, I loved that we got the opportunity to get this action figure. Is he perfect? No, not by far. But I appreciate them giving us this character. He is, after all, a key plot point in the 1990s Turtle movie. So with that, let's open this bad boy up and take a look at the figure out of package. So you get Danny with two heads, one with the Foot Clan bandana and one without, and a very 90s looking Walkman accessory. Now of course, the coolest thing about this figure is that he has the Sex Pistols t-shirt, but I wonder how many of you guys have noticed that this is not entirely screen accurate. Notice anything missing? Yep, Nancy is missing, and this is obviously due to some sort of licensing issue, but overall this is a near to perfect representation of the character, and I still think they've done a really good job knocking this out of the park. Taking a closer look at this figure, I'm almost certain that he shares parts with the John Connor Terminator figure. But money for tooling is expensive, and anything that they can save is good in my book. After all, it means that if they can save some money on certain figures, we might get a lot more extensive stuff in the near future. Despite my love and appreciation for this figure, he certainly has his faults, and some of them are pretty huge. For example, let's take a look at these arms. They just don't do it for me. Another problem that I have with this figure is that he cannot sit down. There is a problem here with the length of that t-shirt, and for most of the 1990s movie we of course see Danny sitting down as he talks with Splinter and the Turtles. So yeah, kind of a big fault in my opinion. As for the size and scale, I really think it works. I don't think it's that much of a problem. However, I do understand that some people find him to be very short. Of course, in the movie he was only a few inches shorter than April and Casey. However, here he is a good couple of feet, making him look a lot more childlike in appearance. So with that, let's compare him to some of these other action figures in the line. Here we have him next to Raphael, one of the Turtles. Now obviously the Turtles are relatively short, and so the height difference isn't all that bad. Next up we have him against April, and as you can see, yeah, there is quite a significant drop down to his height, and he does kind of look like an 8-year-old as opposed to the teenage boy we remember in the movie. And finally, here we have him standing next to a Foot Clan member. And for me personally, I think this really works. After all, the Foot Clan and Shredder were known to be luring in these young children. And I think it does kind of pay off. You know, this kind of has that Oliver Twist style feel to it, where the young kids have been lured by the older siblings, older adults, into this life of crime. So yeah, like I say, I don't think it's too bad. However, if you do not like the height of this figure, certain customizers have found a way to fix this problem online, and they have already shared some details. So if you have a Neca Marty McFly figure, you are actually able to change the lower part of the legs and put them on Danny. Now granted, you are going to need to know a little bit what you're doing. You're going to need to amend the paint job, etc. But overall, you can get this figure to be that much taller if you don't mind sacrificing a Marty McFly figure. So there you have it. Am I disappointed with this crate? No, not even a little bit. I knew exactly what I was signing up for when I made my purchase, and I am so happy and thankful that we actually have a Danny action figure.
Just stand now, okay?
If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, poke it right in its little eye. It really goes a long way to helping the channel grow. And if, like me, you're a huge Turtle fan, why not check out this video up here for my exclusive interview with Kevin Eastman. And until next time, I'll see you in another life. Take care. Honestly, Danny, don't worry about those haters. You are here because the outside world rejects you. This is your family. I am your father.